So let's talk about the core components for Cosmos DB because it is a bit confusing to try to understand the relationship of all the components for a fully managed database. It sure has a lot of moving parts. And so the first thing when you go over to the Cosmos DB portal, you're going to spin up a database. And so the idea is that when you choose a database, the idea is that this is going to be a logical namespace for your collections, your users, your permissions. It's going to determine the API that you do choose. Once you've chosen your database, then the idea is that you need containers. And normally when you create a database, it'll create a container for you. And a container is just a unit of compute. But there is a lot of stuff that you can attach to that container information when you create it. And then you also have collections. I find collections to be a bit confusing, but they map. They basically map to a container, and this is the billable entity. So this is the way that you're going to determine the cost, and this is where you're going to be stating that information. So when you create a container, it'll have a bunch of information below it, and that will be stuff that will be attached to the collection entity. So hopefully that kind of clears that stuff up. I do find containers a bit confusing because, again, when you create them, it's at the same time as your database, but we will talk about that because we do come across that in the course. Okay.